because Fun is Banned seems like it'll go pretty quick.
Yeah.
It would, wouldn't it?
I believe so.
All right.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm back.
you are.
I'm back this week.
Yep. Welcome back.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, curses. John, can you hear us?
Oh no, John.
What's up?
We're gonna excuse John this week. Right before we hit record, then I asked John if he would be okay with us recording without him. He's here somewhere. Maybe he can hear us. Maybe he can't.
Just leave him in.
I just heard him laughing a little bit.
Well,
I was
he can
laughing
interject
before.
when,
Why? What's going on?
when he wants.
Yeah, there is a spike of his laughter right there. Or is that your screen?
I think it's the screen.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, well, if you
Apparently
can hear
I got a little bit of
too
lag
bad,
going on
John,
right now.
since we can't hear you as a group, you just get to be a part.
You just get a laugh.
Oh, John, can you not hear them?
You get a front row seat.
No,
We
I
can't hear
hear
John. So this will be
Reed going
fun.
on, and I
I can hear something
age
coming from
talking.
Reed's
Are
microphone.
we-
Something super
wondering what I'm
obnoxious.
up to.
Play telephone.
Yeah, he
John-
hears me.
John-
he hears
John
me and Reed, but
says
he doesn't
this.
hear you guys.
Okay, well, tell John that we're moving on.
John, they say we're moving on.
Welcome back, everybody, to D5 Questing.
Thank you for having us here.
Hey, no. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine. Here with us today, we have returning Reed. Say hi, Reed.
I love that you guys are all talking at the same time.
John's talking at the same time as you guys.
That's really
Well,
funny.
yeah, it's going to be interesting to
John,
hear how this plays
pause.
out. Yeah, John just gets to laugh, basically, because
He's here in ghost presence. He might be here post-production. Who knows? But on some of our lines, we can't hear him. So we're having technical difficulties with John.
Maybe it's just you guys having the technical difficulties.
No, because it was me on Saturday.
Anyway, alright.
So we've got Reed and we've got H coming back. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome
man.
to the show. We've got Jakers.
Howdy.
all
We've
these
got-
years. Checking
got
my email.
So today we're doing another 200-word RPG. This comes from the 2019 competition and is titled "Fun is Banned" by Connor Dunn. 2 N's on Connor, 2 N's on Dunn. And his website https://cdunnportfolio.weebly.com/.
Well done. Appreciate it.
Special.
Somebody read this
And,
wonderful thing for us.
Yeah.
All right. So let's have John go ahead and read the rules for us.
Oh my gosh.
You guys will know how it feels to be all just dead air. Go ahead, John.
Oh my gosh.
I'm reading the rules on this now.
This is picking
You are
up
reading the rules on it. Go ahead.
All right, just give me a second to pop that thing back up again. I just closed the window.
I just closed the window. All
That's right. Okay, number 11.
right, here goes. Here goes.
Yeah, okay. So fun is banned. So components you need is a D4 and a D6. 3 or more players. 1 is judge, the rest are citizens. Judge picks the first citizen to interrogate, asks how their day was. The first citizen rolls the dice, talks about their day, his location, and person. These are determined by your 1d4 and 1d6. Location, 1d4. 1 is party, 2 is beach, 3 is a concert, 4 is an amusement park. I'm going to get in big trouble there. Person is determined by the 1d6, so it can be with a significant other, best friend, your clone, 1d6 other clones. Canadian Prime Minister is 5, and the last one would be any religious deity. All of the citizens are terrified of the judge and will sabotage the speaker to save themselves. Each other citizen may interject once and add to the story, hindering the speaking citizen. The speaking citizen incorporates and explains additions to satisfactory degree, which would be then determined by the judge. Topics, other ones that shouldn't be used are explained in the paperwork. Players may decide on other banned topics before we play. I don't think we discussed anything like that.
No, we didn't, but that's okay. Keep going.
Okay. Speaking citizen is ever happy with their story, then the judge takes them away for breaking the law. If anyone else is speaking the citizen's story appear to be happy, the judge takes them away for failure to report the crime. If the story is satisfactory, the judge deems the citizen innocent, and it is the next citizen's turn to be interrogated. Play continues until all citizens have been interrogated.
This should be a of a time. All right.
Oh my gosh.
This episode is brought to you by mediocrity. Just because we accept you as you are doesn't mean we've abandoned hope. You'll improve.
Yeah, that's how we feel about John.
I also want to point out on the 200-word RPG website, the author added these comments. He says, "Don't enjoy this."
Don't enjoy this. That's what the comments say.
The author comments, "Don't enjoy this."
Okay, well, this is going to be a fun one to try and do.
Okay. Well, we need to decide if John is sitting in silence or if me and Jakers are sitting in silence.
Well, John, do you want to sit in silence and kind of just listen to mine and H's comments?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, we'll try and keep you entertained. So probably one of you two will be the judge then.
We just have John be the judge.
John's the judge.
Just have John be the judge, and yeah, that'll work.
No, it won't.
I know.
No, it won't.
All right, so this sounds like we've got 4 players today. John, sorry.
I guess he'll at least get to laugh. Maybe just insert a couple. So, John, we're just going to do the 4 people here with the judge, but maybe insert a comment here and there just for the fun of it so that we know that you're still there.
You got it.
I really hope...
Wow, him or her has gotten him or herself into significant trouble.
Or themself. Or itself.
Or Zerza.
Or
Zerzaramas.
the clone. It.
So topics like domestic sexual abuse shouldn't be used. Players may decide on other banned topics. I would like to throw in...
Good call.
Good call.
So...
Thanks, John, for that interjection. That was a good call.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, I think we should keep out.
In that case, I mean, we might as well just.
Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That is a delete right there.
Holy crap.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's not in the deep end of the pool. Like that's jumping
that's
off the roof outside the pool.
So I think maybe we end with that, and let's not say anymore because I don't want to miss anything. Reed wins the internet today.
What?
Reed wins the internet today.
Yeah, you won the prize, man.
That goes on the deep Patreon tracks, like $10,000 for that one. That one. So
That one's
All
gonna
right.
be. I can't wait for the blooper on that one.
So I think we've all agreed on our band topics.
Yes. And topics are, so John knows. So the domestic and sexual abuse. Let's see. And so.
Fair enough.
I thought he could hear us.
No, he can't hear you guys. That's why, like, if he were the judge, it would work perfectly. But because then he could just like interject his comments, and then you were the only ones. But because he can't hear you, he has no idea whether or not you had a good time or not.
That's funny. All right.
Okay, let's everybody roll a d20 and see who gets the highest.
All right,
They'll be the judge.
I'm rolling my D100.
Okay.
Well, I'm out.
John, what'd you get?
I got snakes on a plane.
She doesn't even know we're rolling.
You rolled a D. I thought you said you rolled a D20.
I did.
No, that was H that said that.
H
I rolled 1 and a 4.
On a D20, you rolled a 1 and a 4. That's incredible.
Who said
H,
rolling
what'd
a
you get?
D20? We're supposed to be rolling a 1d4.
I got a
and
19.
I got an 8.
Wow.
We're deciding who goes first.
11.
18.
So I guess H is the judge.
H is
I'm
the judge.
judge.
All right, Jake is the judge. H is the judge.
Yeah, you've picked the first citizen to interrogate.
All right. Well, who's the first citizen I'm interrogating?
That's up to you.
Let's do Jacob.
Do I tell you my location in person?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
You start talking about it.
Okay.
All right.
Concert and 1d6 clones.
Okay, John.
All right.
And so, John, he got
5
the
clones.
concert, and he got 5 clones.
Okay.
Good evening, Your Honor. Jacob here. I've come to report the events of my day with you.
Well, yes, I'd like to know the events of your day. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a rough day.
Is this funny to you, son?
No, sir. That's somebody in the audience that seems to be chuckling. I'm having a hard time holding my emotions together. I don't even know what to think of the day I had. So we went to this concert. When I say we, it was weird because there were 5 of me. There was me and then 5 others just like me. I've never seen these other 5 people that I can only anticipate being my clones ever before in my life. And all we wanted to do was get in this concert, and we couldn't because the person at the gate said, well, there can't be 5 or 6 of you, so they kicked 5 of us out, and I was one of the 5 that didn't get to go into the concert that I wanted so badly to go to.
Now hold up here, son. I heard another testimony from Mr. Jakers over there. What was that you said, son?
Go ahead, speak up.
Hold on. So,
I believe he's making fun of you, Judge.
I just want to clarify some things then, because I'm reading the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it says other citizens are terrified of the judge and will sabotage the speaker to save themselves. Each other citizen may interject once and add to the story,
Yes.
hindering the speaking citizen.
Yes, but no one was interjecting, so I called someone out.
Well, because Jacob wasn't putting us in the story.
Oh, okay.
Jacob's supposed to be trying to sabotage us to save himself as well. And so he should have at some point said, like even this, since I didn't get in, I saw Reed and Jake, so, okay.
Okay. So
Strike that from the record.
It has been stricken.
Thanks, John.
So, myself and 4 of the clones, we desperately wanted to get in, and we tried to find a back entrance, and lo and behold, I saw Reed on the inside having the time of his life. He knew that I wanted to go to the concert, and he saw me, not just me, but 5 of me out in the cold, and he just lost it laughing at my demise times 5. I think you should know that. I think your position as judge, sir, is to know that.
Oh, I can't laugh.
I object to that. I was not laughing. I suffer from a disease that's kind of known as a tickling disease or something like that. It was not laughter. It's definitely not laughter. It happens all the time.
Can you give me a proper name for this disease, sir?
Yes, it's called a tickler.
A tickler.
Yes.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Tickler is the name.
I'll decide what my medical diseases are. Thank you very much.
He's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, sir. A tickler is.
This is my objection.
somebody in a circus, and he would only know that if he'd
Objection
attended
sustained.
circuses many times before.
Hey,
Tickler is
I am
a
trying to
person,
defend
and
myself.
not a
Objection! He
disease.
is not letting me defend
Now,
myself.
order here in the court. You've interjected enough, son. Continue, Mr. Jacob.
So
Person interjected. I didn't even get to interject.
I know.
Jacob, you're a horrible person.
No, we're all gonna go jail. Quit snickering.
So am I supposed to wait for somebody to interject, or am I supposed to interject them into the story?
No, you put them into
I
the
was trying
story.
to interject when trying to tell my side of the story, and then somehow my interjection was interjected by someone else.
I see.
Someone else
I
interjecting.
The goal is to be the last one in, basically. But we only get... You're trying to make it to the end of your story, but you have to give us the opportunity to screw your story up.
Okay.
So...
I did not get that opportunity. That's okay. My
Okay.
interjection is done.
Right?
So we continued towards the back of the concert hall, and
that's
I
where
was-
you broke into the concert, huh?
well, we were about to, Your Honor, but I was surprised to see none other than Mr. Jakers, who you pointed out was here today in the courtroom. And I think if you were to look under his fingernails, you'd see nicotine stains from the good time he was having behind the bleachers.
Nicotine's no
concert.
problem, son.
It is if you're using it for joyful purposes, like I believe he was.
Okay.
I don't feel a need to interject. I'm a sad person who has to smoke due to my habits, and you already know that, trying to lay me low like this. And you knew already that I was waiting there for you, and we had lines
I'd
of
like
pixie
to
dust
interject.
that you came over and were so happy to be a part of. That you came over excitedly to me, who I was morose in my own demise into my nicotine addiction, that you wanted to try and make light of it to cheer me up, and you knew I wasn't going to be. And I remember you coming over and in fact excitedly saying, "Oh boy, pixie dust. Oh my." And you were like, "This is going to be way better than being in the concert," and with a giant grin on your face, dare I say,
No,
a excrement-eating grin, as you charged forward towards my pixie dust lines in a cheerful manner.
It wasn't
and
a grin.
you and your clones bowled me over to take what was mine.
it wasn't a grin. It was a chagrin. It was a chagrin.
As you chuckled, yes, happily, excitedly.
No, you've got me all wrong. You've got me all wrong. That's not what happened at all. Your Honor, you have to believe.
You see how he's not even coming back from it? He understands that was the truth.
No.
Trying to throw another man down due to his nicotine addiction. How dare you?
No,
How dare you?
it wasn't pixie dust.
Now
It was
hold
pixie
your
sticks.
horses. Hold your horses, gentlemen. Mr. John, would you approach the stand and whisper in my ear what you would like to interject with, sir?
While I was taping up some electrical lines underneath the stage, I swear I heard some singing going on, and it sounded like someone was being happy.
Oh, no. And who was it that was being happy, son?
I couldn't hear it, but it came from up on the stage, and that would have been about the time
Go
that
on,
we were broken
you
into.
don't have to hide here.
The time they were broken into, you say? The plot thickens.
Your Honor, I demand the right to defend myself, and I can't defend myself if you won't let me hear what Mr. John is whispering in your ears. Might be lies.
Well, his story seems to back up that of Mr. Jakers over there.
No, it's all lies. He's always had it out for me.
And out of the mouth of two witnesses.
No,
is
you have to,
undeniable, son.
Your Honor, you have to believe me. He's always had it out for me.
Bailiff,
He's always had
cuff him.
You lost. He got you. That's what you get for doing
No,
lines of
Your
pixie
Honor!
dust.
Your Honor! No!
John's interjection actually surprisingly
I'm
fit well.
What did he say?
He said he was working, then he was underneath the stage. He heard some snickering going on upstairs.
Now I was singing on stage about the time that they were broken into, and who was it? Who was it? Next case.
All right, new judge.
No, you
So-
get the same judge. You keep going
Why?
because it says judge deems. Oh no, wait, hold on. New judge. Judge takes him away for failure to report a crime. Wait, wrong thing. For breaking the law.
Yep, I took away for breaking the law. No fun.
So do I get to interject, or am I out of the game effectively?
No, I think you're still in.
No, but, yeah, we're going on to a different judging.
I think this is like just kind of like on the tours that we did.
Okay.
You get
Yeah.
interject on that one.
Well, I guess we'd take a new judge.
Just a one shot.
All right, new judge.
Well, how about I can be a judge because I was hauled off to jail.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Jacob, you are the judge.
Okay. Mr. Reed, if you would take the stand and tell me about your day today.
I'd be sad to, Your Honor.
Don't get smart with me.
My day was on the beach with what I thought was my best friend, Mr. H.
Is Mr. H in attendance today?
Present,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
No
Give
presence
away,
here.
Mr. H. Give
Boy,
away.
you're off to a bad start.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Go on, Mr. Reed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, we was set to have a normal day on the beach. No sandcastles, nothing. You know, going there in the rain like we're supposed to be doing. You know, have no fun here. And we were set to do that, and all of a sudden, Mr. H pulls out a sandcastle building, stuff, all the bricks, the molds, everything, so we can build a sandcastle. I said, no, we can't do that.
Now hold it here, Judge. Hold it. That is not how it happened. That is not how it happened. May I interject?
Let's we best here lend some time for Mr. H to defend himself here.
Right,
Boy,
so-
you better have a good answer. Molds and bricks?
Now, what happened
I don't know about that.
is Mr. Reed over here is not telling you the truth. Now, he's the one that set up the beach day. He told me it's going to be bright, beautiful, and sunny. We're going to have a good old time building sandcastles. And I told him, no, that's not what we're supposed to do. No fun is allowed, and you know that, sir. He's the one that drove us to the beach. We were in his car. When I opened up the trunk, you know what I found? I found bricks to make sandcastles and shovels and pails. I
Do we
am not at
do
fault.
we have these alleged toys here as
Exhibit A.
exhibit?
Now, I did take a picture on my phone. I did not touch them, lest I feared being put away in prison.
Do we have them here today?
It's contrary.
No, looks like they're bringing them in from the back here. Let's see. Do we get any fingerprints off those? That'll tell us the truth.
Your Honor, yeah, actually, if you look at those, and if you look real close at them, I'm assuming we're bringing them in. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. If you look real close at them, you'll see that it clearly says etched in there, and also with vinyl on there as well. Property of Jakers.
The plot thickens. Unfortunately, the fingerprints have been sandblasted right off. What was that?
Nothing.
Now,
Boy, if you
here-
weren't already the judge, I'd have you arrested right
Here.
now.
I can explain my initials.
You see, you see, Your Honor, he is laughing in
On those
court.
So let's get back to the matter at hand. Etched in, I do see Jakers here.
If I may, I have a very reasonable explanation for this. On the day before this all occurred, as I was sitting in my home eating cold pizza with boiled Dr. Pepper, as one should, I was putting together my final thesis for how people accomplish fun on the beach. And I had created replica toys in order to talk about the dark days in our world. And when I went to sleep that night, I woke and my roommates were gone. And they happened to be H and Reed. And I wasn't normal. I mean, it wasn't unusual, except for the fact that all of my thesis work was destroyed, and my replica sand castle building toys had been removed from my premises.
That's an awful convenient story that your thesis work was all destroyed. I'm not sure I'm convinced there. I don't remember authorizing you to do any thesis work on ancient toys, ancient or otherwise. Who gave you permission to be writing such theses?
Well, from as you know, from old archaeological expeditions that my college, masters in, they find it very prudent that we do remember those things from the past so that we can always avoid them in the future.
No, sir. The best way to avoid them is to forget about them. You're flirting dangerously close. I'm gonna have to arrest you. It brings me no joy or satisfaction to do so.
Well,
Enough of it.
I think you're a pile of crap. And I'll have fun if I want. No one's gonna stop me from playing it.
It's my birthday today.
I said I want to play with my toys.
John, Jakers just got arrested.
No way.
Yeah, Jakers got arrested because his story wasn't feasible enough to go on.
He made sand toys for his thesis on when times were dark.
No.
You guys are taking an interesting approach to this game. I didn't ever see this angle, by the way, like the way that I thought this would go.
There's so much gray area in these 200-word RPGs. So much like room for interpretation.
What were you going to interject with, John?
Well, I was going to say that I heard something was going on while I was working in the rain. I was literally combing the sand while cleaning up garbage, and there was two gentlemen that seemed to be having a good time while taking pictures, and I think they were laughing about making my job harder at the time.
Mm.
And it was the same kind of laugh.
Yeah, I got the
heard
joke
in the
before you
courtroom.
in that punchline.
Mm.
Wait, what, Jacob?
I just chuckled before. I had no idea what he said, and then I was just like, I got the punchline before he got there.
I got the punchline before he got there. No, that's a good one. Anyway, so I guess I'm free to go.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm wearing nothing at all.
I guess I have to go back to
I'm
work.
rad as rain.
I guess I get to serve on the jury duty. On the jury now.
Well, I think Jakers is the judge now.
Which
Right.
makes me the person.
Uh-huh.
He can decide who he wants to be on trial.
Yeah, it's good, H. I choose John.
Speak up, louder, son. I like how we all have like this southern drawl.
Said this turned
That's why I
into
said
like
you
a
all-
people's court that was like a southern people's court.
You all just took an interesting, and
Hey, at least we got
instead
style.
of just this judge who's just a jerk, you all are like, we live in a world where fun is actually banned. So it's fascinating. It's just a fascinating approach.
It is a fascinating. We've done a good job with it, I think. No, we could have John be on trial for it. I mean, then he just Jake and I are just there to repeat and say this
Through an
what-
interpreter.
Sorry,
Yeah, so-
he's hard of hearing.
I have interpreters.
You can assume on your end. You can assume that, but
I'm doing
He says
sign
he
language
saw-
right now. All right.
Yeah.
just say something that you didn't say.
All right,
Thrown
H,
under the bus.
let's hear about your day.
Oh,
I guess. Oh, my
H.
apologies.
John, yeah,
Around H. Let's
John
hear
just
about
said-
your day.
John just said thrown under the bus, and I had to think to myself, oh,
See,
you brought it up.
gosh. Throw him in jail.
I gotta take time now. Like, forget.
I'm taking time notes so I don't have to re-listen to all this again.
Yeah, but you got to listen to John's side of it at least.
And it makes it a whole lot harder to grab everything.
Wow.
All
right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Just wanted to say that.
Let's hear about your day, son.
Well, Your Honor, you see, I went to the amusement park with the Canadian Prime Minister.
Who is the Canadian Prime Minister?
I believe John could tell us that.
John, who's the Canadian Prime Minister?
Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau.
You see it, and
You looked it up online, didn't you?
Mr. Trudeau, and honestly, it wasn't my idea to go, Your Honor. I didn't even buy the tickets. Reed bought them for us.
As we happen to know, the Canadians are a happy lot.
I know it. But he came into town and he said he needed someone to show him around, and Reed gave us these tickets to the amusement park. I didn't
Let me
want to
guess.
go,
You
but
were just happy to oblige.
I was not. It depressed me deeply.
Yet you seem to have gone along with it. To an amusement park, no less.
Someone had to be with the Prime Minister, Your Honor, and I wasn't gonna let him just run around alone.
Let me hear about your amusement park fun.
We didn't have any. I didn't have any fun, Your Honor. I didn't go on any rides. I just supervised as he went on rides, and I feel awful bad about it.
And how did he react to these rides?
Well, I don't know. Jacob was there too, and he was mainly looking at his emotions. I don't know.
Whose emotions was I looking at?
The Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau's.
This game is dumb.
It's true. I was there, but the minute I saw Mr. Trudeau having fun, I gouged my eyes out, as you can see by the blood streaking down my face.
Mm-hmm.
No fun entering through these eyes, sir.
You still have ears.
What's that? Is he still talking?
You saw your what?
Oh my goodness. Go on.
Nah, screw it. I had fun, Judge. All right, I had fun. Just throw me away. I'm done with it.
This is so dumb. Listen, the angle that I would imagine.
I'd never go to an amusement park with Justin Trudeau. Come on, man. That's just
The
on the
angle that
cards.
I would imagine it takes is like, no, fun is not banned in the world, which is the reason why amusement parks exist. It's that the judge himself is just pissed off that people are happy when they're hanging around because he's mad about whatever his wife left him and his dog pissed on him. Whatever. That's where I think that the idea behind this is. But I rate this one a freaking 2 out of 7.
Okay.
Are we done already?
Yes, because I'm freaking done with this. I rate it freaking cigarette ashes in my burrito.
Okay.
That's
Highest rating so far.
Cigarette ashes in your burrito.
Not fun.
I
Fun
was
is
having
banned.
fun.
Good.
I was having fun up until that last one.
Right. When you're the one who's trying to do it, right? Like, ugh.
Well, how do you try and spin an amusement park with Justin Trudeau, man? That just is not.
Yeah, there's only fun happening. We all
You
know
could have
this.
said that you were his bodyguard and had to.
No, you know Justin Trudeau makes sure everyone has a good time. That's
Just
the
ask
problem.
any Canadian. Go ahead. I'll wait.
You can't really ask John that question right now. That's just.
How inappropriate.
Well, one of you guys would just have to relay it to me.
Anyways,
That's true. That's true. They're listening in on John.
Yeah. So John, he's saying that Justin Trudeau wants everyone to have a fun time. Always.
That's true.
That is true. That is true. There you
Confirmed by the Canadian.
there's another 200-word RPG that showed up on the website while we were.
That's why
looking
Canada
at
can now
this.
do the same thing as
Well,
Colorado.
John was reading his, then we found another one.
And it's called No Yelling in IKEA. And
No yelling in IKEA.
All
And
right,
it is-
so we're switching over to a new RPG called No Yelling in.
Well, I don't know.
no. I don't know if we're gonna do it.
I don't think we
I
can
wanted-
do it.
I wanted to describe it because Jacob said that is just dumb, and I went, I don't know. I think I could have a good time with that, but it is. We'll read it real fast. It was by Max Hervow and Rebecca Gold.
This
it's
is
from
if you got the
2018.
website up, H and Reed and John. It's in the 2018 RPG. No yelling in IKEA.
and
Tell John.
and it might be
It's in the 2018 RPGs. It's called No Yelling in IKEA, John.
it's from the website
apparently I
called
don't have that.
It's from the
Logbook.
website. You have to actually go to the website.
Yeah. Their website is logbook-project.com.
Logbook dash.
No. That's these other guys' website. He won't be able to find it there.
Yeah,
200 word RPG.github.io is the.
If you
Okay,
just
we're
type.
not, go ahead and just read it.
Anyways, it says this is a sad LARP for two friends about a couple arguing over furniture, except maybe they're arguing about their relationship. And so you go to IKEA. Each partner says one reason you know lots about interior decorating, one reason your partner knows less about interior decorating than you, how long you've been together, how long you've loved them, why you love them. Now, here's an interesting thing. When I was reading that, I was like, no. I'd change that up. It would just be two people just having they're like finally just having it enough of the other person. Oh, yeah, you just always know about, that kind of thing. And
But
he
you're
was-
an expert on tables, but you can never find the chairs.
Yeah, see? So then you wander the showrooms, and the person who has been in love longer starts finding an object they like and saying why they do. If their partner agrees, find another. If they don't agree, argue over it. The person who brought up the object defends it until the partner gives up and leaves to the next room. Then they choose an object. Every time you make your arguments personal, whether veiled or explicit, gain a point. Don't record or mention it. Just remember your total. When someone brings up the points, both say how many points you have and stop talking. Walk silently to the cafeteria and sit down with your meals. On your walk, decide whether or not to apologize. Over your food, apologize or eat in silence. When one of you is done eating, the game ends. Return to being friends. So,
Oh my gosh.
I just like it when it's like the gain a point. It would be like, oh, you mean like the time when your mother had 12 points and you decided that you got 12 points because your mother had 12 points? You mean like that? You mean like how? Oh, now I have 9 points just because of that kind of issue, huh? Yeah, and that's how this goes, huh? I see how this is. Just
I think
I just love the.
It's like the complete nothing fight.
Yes, the complete insincerity, but so sincere about it. Like, just like your father. Yeah. So, anyways, I found the humor in it, but that was just me.
No, yeah, when I read it, then I thought I misread it, and it seemed more like this is supposed to be a fun and and less about a nothing fight. But rereading it seems more fun. So maybe when we're all getting back together again, we can do that.
Just have a spat in front of each other.
All 5 of us go to IKEA and play this one.
Yeah, we've never had a spat before.
On scene.
On
Oh,
scene.
on
Everybody,
scene. D5 on scene.
Oh,
everybody's wearing
First time
hidden
in an
mics.
IKEA.
We're on location and we go until somebody in IKEA either kicks us out or we.
Or they close. In which case we try and find a hiding spot.
hey, you know what? IKEA never actually holds any interviews for their employees. They just find the people who have given up because they got lost, and
Right.
give them a vest and say, "Welcome
guys
to
ever-
the family."
You guys ever
Yes.
heard about the enigma or whatever, like the whole thing about people being lost in IKEA, and like
Oh yeah,
the story about the guy who's like just disappeared for 5 years, and then when he got and then like showed up randomly 5 years later, and he's like, "Where have you been?" In IKEA.
Is that a real thing?
It's got,
Oh, yeah.
It's got its own world in there. It's like the IKEA world that's like has its own daytime, own nighttime, and then there's a bunch of people that are just stuck in there, randomly disappeared, and then at night, and there's also a bunch of like mannequins everywhere that are like 7 foot tall mannequins. It's crazy stuff. But like they're really nice. They're really nice and friendly during the day. But like at night, they turn hostile.
Oh, jeez.
It's pretty crazy. So then there's clans of people that just live in IKEA because they can't find the way out. But it's like another world, like another dimension type thing. They're just lost, ever lost.
So for that story, it is true, except for the man was only lost for 12 days.
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Well,
Which is still pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's
Given
true.
that there's signs that point which direction to go.
Yeah, and I love it because it talks about him being rescued.
man rescued from IKEA after 12 days.
Yeah.
We shouldn't laugh, guys. We shouldn't laugh.
If you're the man that was lost in IKEA for 12 days, welcome to the show.
We'd like
Shoot
you
us
to.
an email. We'll have you on.
Yeah, we'll get you in on one of these episodes.
Oh my gosh.
We want you.
He's not the only one. A bunch of it has tons of stories of people getting lost in IKEA. Anyways, holy cow.
So
I've never been to IKEA.
neither have I.
Oh, it's pretty fun.
It'd be the first time for all of us, or for some of us, to go to IKEA and then just randomly argue the whole entire time with like a tape recorder sitting there.
So after this, I have a YouTube video that I'm going to share with you guys about how they selected the food for IKEA.
All right, so are we going to do another RPG, a 200-word RPG for the last 20 minutes here, or are we just calling this? Speaking of, though, before we finish this last one, we should ask everybody other than Jakers what they thought of the last one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around. John, what do you think of
John, what do you think of the last RPG that we
Fun
just
is Banned?
Fun is Banned. What do you think of it?
From one half of the conversation, I thought it was pretty good,
That
actually.
makes sense.
How many stars would you give it?
From my side of things, I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 stars. All
That's a
right.
pretty decent one, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Jakers gave it a 2 out of 5.
2 out of 7.
2 out of 7.
7. Get it right.
2 out of 7.
Or
2 out of 7.
cigarette ashes in my burrito.
That's right. Or he gave it a cigarette ashes in his burrito rating.
H, your
He
thoughts?
did not like it.
I actually kind of enjoyed it. I'd agree with John. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Up until that last part, it's very conditional, I guess. It's a very conditional game.
Yeah. Agreed.
I could see how this would be fun if we had.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
read your thoughts.
3.5 out of 5.
I love how we have no practical rating system.
That's a stone's throw.
Critics
why-
gave it 7 fingers out of 10.
Read why 3.5 out of 5.
The other 3 were removed.
Why the 7 out of 10? I mean 3 out of 5. 3.5.
3.5.
3.5
out of 5.
3.5 stars. To me, I never got to be the judge, but I had fun trying to make up my story. I had fun trying to defend myself, and then I loved the beach story. That was a lot of fun. Just to go through that. As depressing as I tried to make that story, I had fun with it. So
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna say.
Jacob, what would you give that story or that one?
I'll give it a critics review.
Yeah, okay, let's hear your critic.
Fun is banned is as fun as trying ingredients in Skyrim. It just kind of comes and goes, and when you do it on pause, then you come back and just. It's kind of how it felt.
All the effects afterwards.
Yeah. No, I'd be more on the lower scale. We're talking 1 out of 2.3 stars.
1 out of 2.3.
1 out of 2.3.
You're just mad that you got thrown in jail.
Twice.
Okay. So here's where I was going to say is like, man, that's more than a third. Anyways.
More than a third. You liked it more than a third? How dare you?
Yeah. I can see where the fun would be. And just like what you're saying, H, I think it's kind of conditional. Where it's kind of like, I could see where the joy would be in it if it followed. Man, maybe I'm just like a crazy stickler for like structure. I didn't think that I was, but I need to know the structure better. Because, yeah, anyways. I like the idea that maybe you're on trial and you're trying to describe what happened.
You know what you could have done as the judge, Jakers? You could have just said, well, that's fine. Or you could have been like, laughing's allowed in my court. That's okay. Like,
well, here's where I think then, on this too. So in Final Fantasy Tactics, there were these guys called judges, and they would descend out of the sky to impose upon their rules randomly on the citizens of Ivalice. And you never knew when a judge was going to come and just basically force their rules upon you. And if you broke their rules, they would kill you or arrest you on the spot. That's what I imagined this to be.
Murder.
Fine. But, so that's kind of what I was thinking.
I see.
And so it's more like this random judge descends upon random location and was like, what's going on here? And people are just like, huh? So it's almost like in a sci-fi world where the thought police have now showed up. and they're like, tell me what's going on. Okay. I was doing this and it's, and then because everybody's in fear of the judges.
Well,
you never know when a judge is going to be there.
And my thought was almost. What, Reed?
I mean, you can make that your own 200-word RPG to do that.
That's true. That is true. I almost felt like this was akin to Salem witch trials, or a classic witch hunt where it's like I'm not having fun. Reed was having fun,
so
and throw the fun on somebody else.
When we initially read it, I kind of thought something similar. And there's a game, where everybody comes out and they vote in a circle, and then you go back in your house and then somebody dies that night, and you're always trying to figure out who's the killer.
Uh-huh.
I thought about it, that was something similar to that. Two.
Okay, well, should we do one more with the last 10 minutes here and do the night swallow this and see what happens?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
And the night goes down.
So
in
this
the city.
Well,
I'll read it.
Let me do the intro.
I'll do the intro. Okay. All right.
So this is and the night swallowed us from 2019's 200-word RPG.
Oh, we're gonna butcher this
RPG contest from what's all right. There's no link.
Annamyriah
de Jong. That's ANNAMYRIAH de Jong. And their content warning: vague death.
Dun, dun, dun.
Reed, take it away.
All right. So the rules are: you sit on the limit of everything, legs dangling over the edge. You've done this before. Planets and worlds torn and sundered again and again. Your hands bloodied and left full in the aftermath. What was it like this time? Basically, we're going to roll a bunch of d4s to tell the story of the place that we devastated, and then when it's gone or whatever, then what do we do next type thing. So we'll just kind of go with that.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
And then turn passes to the left if alone. If you're alone, doom another world or pause your path of ruination. Ruination. Okay. Words. All right. So basically, it's just be like, well, when I arrived, something like this, and then this, and this. Well, so we're just going to tell the story as it goes for the next 10 minutes here. So
Okay.
I
I
think
think,
you is one person. We'll do it as a party,
let's do it alphabetical.
alphabetical. All right.
So H starts.
So, real fast, here's what I think. You guys tell me your thoughts. When you roll, you don't announce your result to the
Ooh.
group. You just describe that. Because all this is doing is it's just giving you the lead off,
A
but
catalyst.
you're the one actually describing it.
Gotcha.
So, and I
Okay.
think that if you say the word or whatever, you're already
Got you on what now?
locking yourself into something.
So- For John, because we're going to have you do this too. When it's your turn, you will just roll a die, whichever number we're on. You'll roll a d4, and then rather than saying what you got, you're going to describe what you got.
Cool.
And we're going to have to relate that over to Jacob and Jakers.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I think the best way to do that is when it's me or Jakers or John's turn. Then we say our piece, and then one of you guys summarize it to the other party, rather than every 5 seconds repeating.
Sounds good.
So,
All right.
H, take it away.
All right.
So, real quick, alphabetical order: H, Jacob, Jake, John, Reed.
All right, so we're doing alphabetical order, John. So it's going to be H, Jakers, Jacob, John, then me.
Alphabet's different where they live.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
I don't know what you said.
H.
H.
Jakers, John,
No,
Reed.
Well, don't call him Jake. Call him Jacob.
Well, Jacob first. Then Jake.
H, take it away. We'll take it from there.
All right. Okay. Well, when I arrived on this planet, it was very, very beautiful. I almost dreaded what I had to do here. In fact, it was so beautiful, I considered even making it my home when all this was done. And next.
Interestingly enough, however, with despite the vast beauty of this planet, of this place, the more I discovered it, and the more I walked around looking for a potential place to make my home, I was left with a disgust and a distaste, almost. I felt as after I walked through the woods and the forest, I needed to take a shower. I felt dirty and unclean. It didn't sit well. Wait, relay that to John.
So, as we walked through this place that is so beautiful, trying to find our home, it feels gross, and we actually don't like it. It feels dirty.
Make sure you let him know.
Sorry,
I said
John.
it a lot
Yeah,
better.
sorry. Jacob said that very much more eloquently. I'm just revising for you. Well, not revising.
All right.
Words, he felt dirty.
So, the reason why this came to be
Okay,
was
my turn then?
because-
Nope.
Jacob's turn. No, sorry,
Jakers.
Jakers' turn.
So the reason why this came to be was because this pathetic group of people seemed to not understand truly who I was, and they felt that they had the right to allow me anything where it was mine to take. And they continuously tried to reassure me that they were allowing me to be where I was already given my permission to be. And it just grew a rancor within me that while something that I could have found beautiful, they destroyed it with their own actions in continuously telling me that they were giving me permissions over things that were mine. So, there you
Reed, care to summarize?
I did. The people were trusting. They got to do whatever he wanted to. All right, now it's your turn.
Number 4 is what you're on, John.
Yep. It was. It felt good to be on this planet. It was very, very comfortable pace for me. I didn't have to worry about anything. I wasn't in a rush to get things done by any means. Though I did feel on my toes. Things were shifting. The planet itself was in movement. It was fun, but yeah, a little unnerving at times. A little unsteady.
Go ahead, Jake. Hey, you should go ahead and explain that one.
Good luck explaining that one.
There was no rush to do anything, but it felt uneasy.
Now, for me, for all of us together, we all knew that we didn't really have to destroy this planet. You know, we didn't necessarily need to do all this, but in the end, you know, with so much control, why not? Just why not? And back to you, H.
Why not?
And you know, as hard as that decision was, it decided to let ourselves just this one time to fall in love, which made it all the much more difficult to do what we had to do.
Because why not?
I killed everyone, including the one person that I was like, yeah, just this once. Yeah.
And go ahead and wrap it up for us.
Yeah, let us know what we gained from all of this.
Well, I'll tell you what we gained from all this. Upon the destruction of this place, we were able to suck in the life and the life forms of every living thing on the planet, every bit of microorganism, and gained everything. Everything came to us and came to our power.
Mm-hmm.
Suck it up like a straw.
Yeah. So you were going to
That's
take.
awesome.
Oh my gosh, Jacob edited that out.
You
It did not sound like suck it up.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So let's edit this part too. But he said, "Suck it up like a straw," but it did not sound like suck.
That did not.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Anyways, John, to summarize,
Whatever you choose to do with straws. That's your
we gained the energy from everything we destroyed.
The matter,
the one that you love.
even that too.
Even the one we loved.
But why not?
And
Now they are with us
Jakers,
for eternity.
and then when it's gone,
When it's gone.
yeah.
Hold on, we're finishing up here, John.
When it's gone, we just float in the emptiness, just slowly digesting everything that we have and basking in the glory of the destruction of yet another pitiful race who believed that they had the right to tell you what they wanted.
You're here.
On to the next one.
Oh, the other one.
Okay. So
Oh,
taking turns on this one was a little weird,
Nice.
Because
Yeah. But I
can
wanted to
see
do
that-
it more like we were a party, like we came to this place together
Right.
as a group, like, and our objective was either destroy it or don't.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is that some of those prompts are very specific, like, for one person. Like, did you
Yeah.
fall in love? Yeah, just this once, you know?
right.
That's okay.
I
Shambles.
Shambles.
Rutabagas. I'm sorry, I love the rutabagas so much. I stay at work sometime and people are like,
Rutabagas.
rutabagas.
All right. Well, all right, John. Well, how was that experience for you?
Short. I'll say it's short. If we end up doing a couple of those, might be good. I'm gonna give that one 2 out of 5 pickles.
2 out of 5 pickles for John, huh?
2 out of 5 pickles.
Okay.
I wonder if it would be higher if he could hear because mine were spot on. So
I doubt.
If we could all hear each other, John, would that get more pickles?
I might give another half a pickle.
It would
maybe
turn
a
him
whole
from
one.
flaccid
Oh,
pickles
almost
to
half.
crunchy pickles.
Maybe I might give it a half a pickle. Maybe a whole pickle.
I turn them from sweet gherkins to baby dills.
I feel like my comment wasn't heard.
Why are we on pickles? All right. Jacob, how would you rate this one?
I'm gonna 4 out of 5 windows for me.
4 out of 5 windows, huh?
4 out of 5 windows. I think that there's a lot of potential for this one.
Single pane or double pane?
A single pane. Let's not get crazy.
All right.
I think there's a lot of potential here. I did enjoy working together to create something, and I think that the idea is solid. That we could use it other places when we're going through RPG type games. I thought that it was a fun prompt type thing. Not so much a game like how we were initially saying, but it's a fun prompt to create something together.
Get the juices.
To build off of that, Jacob, I think that'd be actually a really fun mechanic in one of our actual storylines to run something like this. Like just have one person observe something and then the next person adds on to what they observed in that one place. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Interesting.
I like that.
So H, what did you give it?
H.
Oh, shoot.
H.
Oh, me.
Yes, sir.
Mr. H, if you would take the stand.
I'm gonna give that 8 out of 10 wall ornaments.
Really?
Ooh, high
That high?
praise.
Yeah, I like the reason for that is because I really like the potential for this. I like how simple it is, and that these prompts, you don't need to follow exactly what they were. You could make your own very, very easily, and I like that aspect of it.
That's a good point.
I'm going to give it a... when you're trying to feed your baby food and you're coming in with the spoon saying, here comes the airplane, and the baby smacks it down and makes a mess all over you and itself, but then the baby laughs so joyously that you can't be mad.
All right, that's oddly descriptive.
And why is that? And why is that?
That's because that's what it is. Like, how would you not see that in this?
Okay. Reed.
38 out of 50 doctors, they agree with each other on this one. They they
All
say
cancer. You have cancer.
they agree on this one. No, along with the same thing. My rating was down. I gave it a 32 out of 50 doctors, but this time I went with 38. Raise it up 6 doctors because of H's comments there. I think it does have some potential. It's nice. I think it opens a story. It makes it it gives you ideas for even running your own. Kind of gives you an idea of potential. What you could do with stuff.
Yeah.
So then, if you're running out of ideas for your own art, for your own campaign that you're doing, you can always come there maybe.
Even
like that.
motivationally speaking,
Mhm.
like what's the motivation of your bad guy?
Right.
Yeah.
Like this could give you
Exactly.
a lot of good starting points.
This could be a great catalyst. Like if you're starting an adventure, and you're trying to get everybody on the same page for episode 0 type stuff, and so you're creatively together, creating this backstory for. And now the story starts.
Yeah. So this is the world that you're in. Maybe it's not destroyed quite yet, but like post-apocalyptic type thing. Like
Yeah,
this is what you're up against. You could do something like this for Lancer, even.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So
Actually,
anyway,
it worked for Lancer pretty well.
Spoilers, we just did it for Lancer.
Oh, what?
Blowing
spoils
minds.
all over. John,
Oh.
where are
John
you on
doesn't
that?
know.
You should
John
have
doesn't
I
get
am
it.
What?
so happy I did not hear any of that.
John, apparently this was spoilers. We just did a Lancer campaign.
Boom.
What did you guys think? How did you feel about
So
it?
it turns out we can Lance.
Oh,
What? Say what?
I can't tell if they're saying that,
that was
to mine or
dumb.
to John.
that was dumb,
Right.
Jake. That was
There's probably
dumb.
jokes there. All right,
Right.
so that's gonna do it for us this week. We've got we're recording coming up. We've got one more recording session where we're going to be doing 200 word RPGs. Then after that, we're coming at you with Pathfinder module and the Star Wars module run by John, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun. We're all looking forward to it now.
Reed,
all right.
count us off.
John, go ahead, count us off.
One, two,
G5.
three.
G5, we get it. I listened to the ghost.
Rutabaga.
G5.